laptops, tablets and e-readers are all now banned on many flights to the US and UK, primarily from airports in the Middle East. Earlier this year, both governments brought in new rules that'll affect you if you're flying from these countries.
But there are still some gadgets you can use to while away the hours. This week, our rundown of the gadgets that you can still use on board.
And here's the good news. On some flights, you should be allowed to take handheld games consoles. So I've been using our state-of-the-art isolation booth to see how they fare.
So this is the new big player on the market. It's the Nintendo Switch. So the Switch isn't like regular consoles, though it combines portable on-the-go gaming with traditional console-style gaming. And you connect it to your TV, but when you're ready to take it on the move, you can simply slide the Joy-Con controllers into the side so it flanks the 6.2-inch screen, and you've got a veritable handheld gamer. The graphics look really good. What I really like about this as well is that you can connect up to 8 consoles. So let's say you're traveling with a load of friends, you can connect your consoles together for true multiplayer style gaming. But I must warn you, games are pricey, so please bear that in mind if you're going to pick one of these up. I'd still be a bit careful though, so if you're on a UK-bound British Airways flight from the Middle East, you can take these devices on board, while Jet2 says you can't, so it's definitely worth checking with your airline before you fly. And if you're flying to the US, these devices are definitely off the table, and all you've got for entertainment will be your trusty mobile. So while you're in the air, don't think of this as a smartphone. This is your entertainment centre, so it will pay to choose your apps carefully before you travel.
Something James here is an expert in.
So James, what are the best apps to keep me entertained on a long haul flight?
So here's Pocket Casts. This gives you featured content, so these are tailored by Pocket Casts to give you some of the best new podcasts that are around. There's also trending stuff, so if something's really popular at a time and people are getting really excited about it, that would appear right there at the top.
Netflix.
Everyone's heard of Netflix, but they now do offline functionality, so you can download a whole TV series to your phone and you can watch it on the flight, and you can get The Crown or House of Cards, whatever you want to use, whatever you want to watch while you're on the go. And so for my last choice, I've gone with Lonely Planet City Guides. So it essentially gives you information for wherever you're going to be landing in. You get a whole city guide here that you can access offline. You don't need to connect to roaming data, and you can get places to see, places to eat, and even hotel locations. It's all there ready and waiting for you. You've downloaded it all to your phone, no need to connect to the internet again.
So what about battery life? Do I need to be particularly conscious when it comes to downloading and using these apps on a long flight?
Yeah, it depends on what you're going to be using. If you're going to be using Netflix, that's going to take a lot of your battery. If you try watch a full series on your phone, that's probably not going to work out. But for podcasts, your phone's going to be sat idle in your pocket and just playing audio, so it's not going to take that much of your battery.
They're a bit more ideal when it comes to them.
Yeah, definitely, and especially if you want to have battery when you get off the flight, you may want to take a charging cable with you or something, because some flights do allow you to charge in the seat.
Finally, if you're flying for a grown-up reason, maybe you're away on business, games and apps aren't going to cut it.
That's where these come in, the next generation of smart notebooks and pens.
So this is the Moleskine Smart Writing Set, which yes, does look like a bog standard pen and notepad, but it's actually a lot smarter than that, because it can transfer your writing, doodles and scribbles into digital form. It can even turn them into text, all via a dedicated application.
So once you start writing, the app is able to register the strokes on the pen, and it knows that you're handwriting and immediately shows you what you're writing on the app. Now, I must admit, you do have to press the pen quite hard in order for it to register, but it seems pretty quick, pretty automatic. I also can't draw.
It's fun, it's really easy to use, and I've got to admit it is quite cool seeing your scribbles transferred into digital form. But the question I've got to ask is, what's wrong with a regular notepad and pen and then taking a picture afterwards?